Good afternoon. As the voice from above said, my name is Bess Newton, and I am the Executive Director of Under One Sky Village Foundation, an Asheville-based nonprofit organization. I am also an Eliada adoptive mom. In 2011, my journey began as a foster parent with Eliada, followed by the adoption of an amazing girl, Catherine. Then, in 2014, we adopted two siblings, Joshua and Lydia, from Eliada. A mother who adopted a child once said, "A child born to another woman calls me mom." The depth of the tragedy and the magnitude of the privilege are not lost on me. We are a family that was created through the Eliada foster care program. Our children were placed in our home as foster children, and now they are simply our children. Eliada was the agency that worked with us through thick and thin to make sure that our children had the most stability possible in the most unimaginable and tumultuous time in their young lives. As toddlers, they'd already been in more than 3 placements before Buncombe County contacted Eliada and Eliada contacted us. You may have seen the news 2 weeks ago, but after more than 40 years, as Cindy said, Eliada can again officially facilitate adoptions. I was thrilled to hear this, as they did such a beautiful job helping us navigate the road to being a forever family. Anytime a child moves from uncertainty to knowing where they will spend next Thanksgiving, knowing who will be around the table, that there will be plenty of food and love to go around, it's a reason to celebrate. After adopting our children, I was inspired to work for Under One Sky Village Foundation. For 15 years, Under One Sky has designed uplifting camp and life experiences for youth in foster care. Experiences to remember the joy of being a child at camp and to cope with the many changes and hard realities of being in foster care. Please stop by our display table and see what I see at both my home and my work about how important a child's village is. Who is that village? Look around. There are approximately twice as many people in this room as there are kids in foster care in Buncombe County. We are that village. None of us do this alone. The kids' teachers, who work so hard to help them through the subtleties of social interactions on a daily basis, are their village. Their soccer and baseball coaches, who teach that loss and failure doesn't mean personal rejection, are their village. The volunteer Girl Scout and Boy Scout leaders and the attorneys who work pro bono for families in terrible situations are the village. The summer camp counselors that touch kids' souls with their 24/7 dedication to happy memories that last a lifetime are part of the village. The Eliada staff and support groups are that village and are a lifeline for us as foster, adoptive, and new parents. Social workers are literally a lifeline that kids in foster care depend upon for basic survival, especially in the early days when they are first removed from their biological families. They are that village. My amazing wife, Carrie, and the way that she loves us fiercely is our village. Brianna's village included the horses and Miss Carrie. Dee's village includes Miss Amy and Miss Tammy in Eliada's childcare, who worked with her every day. Devon and Nequith's village includes the mentors and employers and, as always, Eliada staff. We, the village, have to work mightily to fill the massive void left when a child's birth family is not there physically or emotionally. Children who have experienced trauma and instability need a bigger, stronger village than most of us needed when we were younger. These children belong to Asheville, to Buncombe County, to Western North Carolina. They're not strangers, but our children. We, you and I, are their village. You and I are here today for a reason. This is a photo of our children taken on our porch 5 years ago. Lydia's 3, and her big brother Joshua is all of 4 years old. She and her Hello Kitty suitcase are about to get into a car with a professional transporter, whom she doesn't really know, to go back to her foster family, who is not her biological family, after a weekend visit in yet another home, who just happens to, for some reason, have her big brother, our home. She did this for months on end, waiting to see what the courts would say and what her future was going to look like. Joshua, who had moved in with us the year before, is waiting with her before he goes to preschool for the day. We will always keep her Hello Kitty suitcase and Joshua's little suitcase as well, because they remind us of how brave, how small, how resilient, and how amazing these children are. These children remind us of this every day. The Eliada children that need us are just as real as these two, waiting to see what their future will bring, waiting to see who their village is. Since 1903, Eliada's doors have never closed to the children and the youth of our area. They must be open to them at all times. Here's what we know. A lot of a little is still a lot. Each one of you here can make a difference. Our children's needs aren't solved in a day. Eliada needs a gift from you, whether it be a little or a lot. But we also need mentors, volunteers, board members, corporate sponsors, foster parents, and so much more. For Dee, there are volunteers that gave her teachers extra hands. Businesses like BB&T who came out and renovated her playground, and donors who donated toys and training materials to her classroom. For Brianna, you heard her say that the horses have taught her so much. Someone helped pay for the care of her precious horse, Ollie. When you leave today, you'll see a sign up to sponsor a horse or another animal. Devin and Niqua are both eligible for Eliada scholarships for higher education, which is made up of gifts large and small for Eliada's endowment. I see folks I know whose business is financed. If you think about a return on investment, Eliada is an amazing investment that you can make in our community. Someone at your table is going to give you a form that has several options, including giving. A monthly gift is a bedrock gift for Eliada. The more people that give monthly, the stronger the foundation. But there are also many other options for you to consider. I hope that you will do everything within your power to help Eliada's kids. My family is counting on you, and the kids who still need to trust, heal, and grow are counting on you. I'm going to give you a few minutes with your pledge cards, and then we'll close out. Thank you.